My name is Beverly Haller, and I volunteer with the Chafee office. Basically, I just work with the social workers there, and I had originally volunteered to help youth who are aging out of foster care get into college. I volunteered to help them with their essays, to help them fill out their financial aid forms, to figure out how they're going to pay for tuition, what kind of books they need. I still am meeting with youth who are in college to make sure that they're signed up for the right classes and that kind of thing. Then I had also volunteered to help them find housing, because that's one of the things that the Chafee office does. So, you know, a couple of times I took kids to look for their apartments or to help them get their documents. You know, they'd lose their social security card, so I took them to the social security office, that kind of thing, so that they could be prepared to apply for an apartment. Started like 3 years ago because I wanted to volunteer and do something, and I figured I used to be a teacher, and I have a certain set of skills, and I thought youth who are aging out of foster care, they're, you know, like 18, 19 years old, and when they age out, they really don't have their parents, right? So I know my kids still needed their parents at that age, and so I just thought I could kind of bridge that gap. I was volunteering, and I was at a meeting, and in that meeting, one of the social workers was real excited about, she got a kid an apartment. And she was very happy about that, but when she left him there, and she said she was on the verge of tears because he had nothing. So all he had was like a t-shirt to sleep on. And I was in that meeting, and I started to cry, and I was just like, I can't imagine, you know, my young adult in that situation. And I thought my community could help, right? So I went home and I reached out to my community here and told the story and decided that, you know, we were gonna make what we were calling first night home baskets. So like the box of things that you would open the first night you get into your new house, which was, you know, a blanket, a pillow, toothbrush and toothpaste, you know, something to cook food with. And so my community, within days, my entire living room was full of these items for the first night home baskets. And so, you know, so that was before COVID. And then a few months, so that was like around Thanksgiving. And then a few months later, in February, COVID hit. And most of the youth that are aging out of foster care were working in restaurants and those types of jobs that were closed down immediately. Well, I think the positive outcome is that our community, so I live in Superior, so Superior, Lafayette, and Louisville, they have an opportunity to help, and they do. You know, whenever we ask for anything, they kind of know, they don't know the kids by name at all, but they know our work, and they are very open to helping. Even after the fires, you know, everything we've asked for, the community has given right away. I mean, within days, we've had what we've needed, and so therefore the kids have had what they needed. Well, I mean, I know we actually help people, right? I mean, there's no doubt that what we're doing is directly impacting somebody's life, and I mean, there's just no doubt. We can see it every. You know, we've done Christmas for 60 kids. And I mean, my entire house is full. We, you know, we're doing Easter baskets right now. We've done eyeglasses and orthodontics, and we have purchased tires for, you know, youth. We've helped a youth who had saved some money buy a car, and you know, it's just all of these things that are it's a very direct impact, and we get, you know, the community gets to know, they have an opportunity to help, and you know, we get to see it directly. So it helps the government services, because there are things that the Chafee office isn't really allowed to do. You know, they're just not allowed to ask the community directly, do you have a bed for a youth? I mean, they don't do that. So it's a good bridge. I think it, you know, takes a little bit of pressure off of them when they see that there's something that's needed, but they can't meet that need. And so they can just ask. if they're asking, we believe that they need it. And so we do our best to meet the need.